What's up, beautiful people? Jaquel Wimbush here, your host of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast. On today's show, I have the beautiful Miss Lori Hutson, as she is a certified happy coach. We're going to get happy on this program. Let's get into it. If you want to be happy, do not dwell in the past. Do not worry about the future. Focus on living fully in the present. Roy Bennett.
Daddy, it's time to start your podcast.
Hey, Lori, how you doing today? Welcome to Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast. What's going on? How's everything going on with you today?
I am fantastic this morning.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How is the pandemic? How are you dealing with the pandemic? I know that's a question that everybody has to ask these days because a lot of people are stressed out. They're fatigued. They're worried. They don't know what to do. How are you dealing with this?
Actually, I've kind of really enjoyed the pandemic. It's
Nice.
given me a lot of time to, kind of self-reflect and just kind of opened up that time that I can be with myself and learn a little bit more about myself. And then also it's, just given me time to do the things that I like doing. So
Absolutely.
I've kind of enjoyed it.
Yes, yes, yes. I've enjoyed it as well. I've got very creative during this time, and I've taken this time to really, dig deep within self and figure out some things and analyze some things and change some things within my life. So it's been a beautiful time for me as well to get things under control with my life as well. So that's a good thing. Good to hear. And you are a
Yeah.
school teacher, correct?
Yes, I
Okay.
am.
How is that going? How is that working out with the upcoming school year and things like that?
Yeah. So in the spring, it was kind of, crazy town. Just trying to figure out like how do I all of a sudden teach, online instead of in person, and how do I connect with my kiddos? And but again, I liked the challenge because it was, it was something new and something for me to learn. And I was actually able to create some like meditations and some other things for my kiddos that I could put online and then they could come back to on a regular basis. And I was able to give them things that I wouldn't necessarily have done in class. I was able to give to them.
Okay, nice,
Uh,
nice.
yeah. And then now, super stressful with uh, just, how to deal with, online learning again. But now we've got like, this could be the norm for a while. And
Yes.
so it's, you know, just having to think of all the different ways to, to be able to get our kids content and learning what they're supposed to be learning. Uh, but it's also, again, a good time for me to get creative and connect with them in a way that I may not be able to do in person.
Yes. Nice.
It's stressful, but I kind of like it too.
Hmm.
So,
Absolutely. It's a beautiful struggle. The beautiful struggle
yeah,
all in one.
there you go.
Yep. How did you I guess last school year, how did the kids adapt to the meditation learning online and things like that? How did they adapt to that? Were they for it? Were they against it? Was it a struggle?
Well, so it was a little, obviously all the craziness. The kids who were online with me, who did show up to class and stuff, they loved it. They loved the meditations because I had started to kind of do that in class, just a little bit, but I was able to make it much longer and give them more ideas. And I just got so much great feedback that it really helped them feel a little bit more peaceful, helped them feel a little bit more grounded, and they weren't really using those words, peaceful and grounded. They were using, like, I feel happy. I'm not
Hmm.
so stressed. I'm not so anxious. So they responded great. And I even had a couple of parents who decided to join in with them,
Nice,
and start
nice.
doing some of this, some of the stuff. So that was super encouraging.
Yep. It's always beautiful when the parents jump in and help out because it makes
Yeah.
your job a little easier because they're there as the parent to guide the child as well. So that's definitely a beautiful thing. Um,
Yeah. Especially, kind of when they're on the same journey. That,
yeah,
that helps.
Yep. Because a lot of parents they do meditate and they just try to figure out should I bring my child into meditation or should I just let them find it on their own. But for you as a
Yeah.
teacher to bring that out and say at a perfect time as well. At perfect timing to get a child into the meditation world and to do that because there's a lot of stressful things going on. The kids didn't know what were going on as far as the pandemic. So I applaud you, and that was definitely a beautiful thing for you to implement for those kids and those adults to participate in. Good job. Good job.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Yeah, and segueing off of happy, Lori is a
Yeah.
happy, she's a certified happy coach. So her
Yep.
job is to keep people happy and take people from their miserable selves into their happy selves. So let's talk about that.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Yeah. So how did you get into becoming a happy coach?
Well, I didn't set out to learn about being happy. It actually kind of started. I've been on this journey for about 15 to 20 years, and I knew that there was more to life. I've always kind of had that kind of that nagging feeling that there's got to be more, and it actually I started to look at really look at there's got to be more to life after my dad passed away. He had a stroke,
Mhm.
and so it was very sudden, and he was only 54 years old,
Oh, wow.
and I was like, gosh, losing someone that close to you just kind of wakes you up.
Mhm.
I was like, I want to live life, to the fullest, and I wasn't doing it at that time. And so then I just started to, search for things outside of myself to, quote unquote, make me happy or to fulfill my life. So, I moved around a little bit. I moved to New York and California and, searching for like, again, just things outside of myself. I, bought a Jeep because it's fun,
Keeps you happy.
and I just, yeah, and I wanted to have a career that was fulfilling and, just all the things kind of outside myself. And then I realized no matter where I moved, no matter what friends I had, no matter what kind of things I had in my life, it that wasn't giving me that long lasting feeling of, you know, of being fulfilled, or happy.
Mhm.
Yeah. And, having joy. And so then I started to realize it was an inside job. So then
Yes.
it was, anything I could get my hands on, any books, or TV shows, at the time, or, classes on the internet, anything about like how to have a fulfilling life, how to just kind of come back in and do some of that self-healing work. And so then I realized, it was all about being happy. Like that's what everybody wants, the pursuit of happiness. And so then I realized, it was one morning I woke up and I was like, oh, there's a really simple way that I can, kind of structure my life and, some practices that I can do that actually make me happy on a daily basis.
Mhm.
Like no matter what's going on, because life still happens, but no matter what's going on, I can still be happy. And so that's
Absolutely.
kind of when I came up with my 3-step method that I like to teach.
And what's that 3-step method you have there?
The three. I'm glad you asked. So I call it pause, breathe, and choose. So the PBC method: pause, breathe, and choose.
Mhm.
And so I found through my studies that the very first thing you have to do is you have to pause. Your life has to have a pause in it, and the pause for me could be meditation, but really it's just getting the noise out of the way. And I feel like when we can do that, whatever your noise is, and I teach, what that noise is for you. But like to get that out of the way, then you can start to notice what's going on inside of yourself. then you can start to do kind of that inner work, that self reflection. And once you're in that, then you can start to see your patterns, and you can disrupt those patterns, and you can change. You can just kind of change how your outlook is on life, and then you can change the trajectory of your life. And so, that pause is that very first part. And then I teach some different breathing techniques. And what those do is those kind of help elongate that pause. So it just gives you a little bit more time to be able to notice what's going on. And then you get to choose. Like, once you see, like, maybe you're having a trigger, once you see that, you take a nice big deep breath, get back into your body, notice it, and then you get to actually choose how you're going to react and how your life is going to go forward.
Yes, nice.
Pause, breathe, and choose.
Yes, and I like what you said about it being an inside job. Because we all have to go inside. You can't, you can get a lot of stuff from the outer, outside, but as a health coach, I teach my clients and people who want to be helped that it is an inside job. You have to go within. You cannot, it's not going to just magically appear on an outer shell. And a lot of people look for things on the outer shell to make them happy, but you definitely have to do the work inside, and you have to go inside and dive deep within and clear out all the mess and clear out all the clutter that's inside to make you feel more fulfilled and make you feel happy at the end of the day. So that's a beautiful thing. Yep.
And what I love to tell people is, I'm so thrilled that it's an inside job because it's under my control. I don't have to wait on trying to find the magic bullet. I don't have to search outside. I don't have to pay for anything outside. It's all an inside work. And so I have the control. I have the ability to change my life. But it's a me thing. I don't have to sit there and like you said, like I don't have to search anymore.
Yeah.
Like now it's just finding someone who knows about it to help me through it. Yes. But it's a me thing. You know.
Yep. And a lot of people are scared to even deal with themselves these days. So, you being a happy coach, it will probably make it much easier to see you as a client, to get that help and to get and for you to be that place of refuge to say, you know what, I need help. And because a lot of people are scared to go see a therapist, they think it's for crazy people. And for you, as a therapist, at the end of the day, like for myself, I'm a therapist as well. I help people through all types of issues and things that doesn't involve food or losing weight or feeling great. It's a lot of things that come up within the conversation that you like, oh, I wasn't ready for this, I wasn't prepared for this, but this is the job that I took on, so I got to help this person to the best of my ability, because a lot of people in America are scared to see a therapist or reluctant to go see a therapist. So you being a happy coach is very, very good. It's a very good thing. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, and I feel like some people, they don't want to go see a therapist because it's, I'm not that bad. I'm like you kind of said, like it's not to the extreme, and so maybe you try to go to some friends, or your partner or your spouse of like trying to get out some of your frustrations, or what do you think about this? But your friends are in the same boat as you. They may not be experts.
Absolutely.
And so they don't necessarily have the advice that's going to help you, or they really just don't have like the foundation or kind of the framework to give you to be able to start to, kind of turn things around.
Absolutely.
And for me, that training. And so, and like for me, this is my 22nd year as a teacher. I've been a counselor, a therapist, a mom, a dad, like I've been everything. Sister, in the classroom.
Brother, absolutely.
Yeah. So I definitely feel like I've seen it all.
Yeah. Absolutely. So. Absolutely. Yeah. Because, it's a time right now to book with Lori and to talk with her about being happy, because a lot of people are depressed and a lot of people are hiding their depression, they're hiding their feelings, and they don't want it to come out. And everybody has the I'm good lingo. You say, hey, how you
Yeah.
doing? I'm good. But
Yeah.
you really aren't good, and it shows. You could hear it in your conversations, and it projects itself through your daily life that you aren't good. So I just want people to stop with that. Stop with the I'm good and just say, you know what, today is a bad day. Or,
Yeah.
I really need to talk to somebody. Do you know a person I could talk to? Yeah, you can talk to Lori. She's a happy coach. She no judgment zone. She's going to help you, get you prepared for life, and put you on the straight and narrow for success, and reach your goals to be a more happier person and productive person in society today. Because we are all going through it, no matter who it is, white, black, brown, Hispanic, whatever, we Asian,
Yeah.
we are all going through it in some type of way or another. And you can look at it if you watch the news or not. You can see it in daily life. It's all out there. And you guys, that's listening to this podcast today, reach out to Lori, just, have that consultation with her and just see how she can help you and assist you to make your life happier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and it's not, like I, and two, like, to, I'm having a hard time saying this. It's not that your life is all of a sudden going to become rainbows and kittens.
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff is still going to happen,
Yeah.
but being able to go through whatever it is that's happening, to be able to sit with it and go through it and not have it affect you so deeply.
Yeah.
That's really, I think my sweet spot is to learn how to deal with life,
Mm-hmm.
but be able to stay in a nice, peaceful, happy, joyous, content, just kind of like a flat line, like, just kind of raise that happiness level for you,
Absolutely.
to be able to deal with life.
Yep. And you got to deal with it. You can't let it. You can't keep skimping on it.
Yes,
you can't.
You can't skimp on your joy.
You can't skimp on it. Shout out to my man Jamil Welsh, after this LLC, for putting out a excellent. He did his 52 Fridays yesterday, and it was talking about skimping out on things. So that was a great word to use right now. Don't skimp out on your life and things that are happening. You can't go from. You can't start from C to get to Z. You got to start at A. So just try to make sure you take care of and tackle all of those situations one thing at a time, and you will get to your destination, people. So
don't
yep.
skimp out on yourself.
Yeah, do not skip out on yourself. So go ahead and be true to you and get the job done and work hard at it.
Yeah.
Lori, how can people reach you?
So I've got a couple of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I have a website, and it is www.3pathsbacktohappy. 3paths, PATHS, back to happy.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have an Instagram, and that is 3P Happy. And then I've got a Facebook that is the 3 Paths Back to Happy.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Guys, I will definitely put those in the show notes so you can get in contact with Lori, so you can be on your journey to becoming more happy in today's world. So, Lori, I would like to thank you so very much for coming on today's show and, letting people know how to be happy and letting people know about your story and, how you got on your journey. So I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you so very much.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity, and I love talking with you.
You also. Thank you. And I will definitely talk to you soon, and I will definitely have you on again so you can give out some tips. Actually, you know what? Let's give out a tip and trick right now to becoming more happy. What tip can you give out before you go?
I think the biggest game changer for a lot of people is finding a pause, like in your daily life.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's doing something active with my body. Going for a walk in the neighborhood, going for a run, doing yoga, whatever. Some people it's gardening or drawing or, doing something creative. Just something, singing loud in the shower,
Mm-hmm.
just something that kind of tunes out the world, but that also kind of lights you up inside as well.
Beautiful.
That way you're getting some joy and some happiness but you're also just kind of tuning out the world and just getting back into you and what makes you happy. So whether that's, just singing loud in the shower, or it's, taking some time for yourself, 5-10 minutes to draw or color, or going for a walk after dinner, like figure out what you enjoy doing, and then figure out a time that you can actually put it into your schedule.
Yes.
So it can be as little as 5 minutes. It could be, an hour-long yoga class. Like, figure it out, but make sure you're doing it.
Absolutely. You got to be intentional, people. Got to be intentional. You got to get the job done. Thank you. I appreciate that. Those words of wisdom. And guys, that is Lori, your certified happy coach, is here at your service. So I'll definitely be putting that information out there, guys, and we will talk to you soon. Have a great one, everybody. Thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I would like to thank you all for tuning in to today's episode of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast. If you like this show, be sure to share it and tell a friend about it, and make sure you leave a comment. All right? So enjoy, be well, and make a lifestyle change that lasts. Have a great one, everybody.